Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Um, I'm not sure how many of you have watched Two Set Violin. I think they're pretty funny guys. And in particular, I laughed a lot at these videos about trying to sound like Ling Ling. And it brought me to the point of this video that I want to share with all of you, especially those of you studying with, phenomenal teachers or great artists that are super famous. One of the dangers, if you look back to the time when Heifetz started teaching at USC, was that in 9 out of 10 cases, the students tried desperately to play like Heifetz. And I can see the temptation to do so, given the sound that the man had and how incredible he was. And I also think that we can learn a lot through imitation. I remember with Lars Björnkjær and Nikolai Snyder and others as kids, we admired certain players very, very much, and we would spend hours trying to copy one sort of trademark sound or characteristic of that artist. And certainly you can learn a lot by being up close and personal with something that's amazing and learning through osmosis and imitation. But that doesn't serve us well when we have to make our own artistic decisions down the road, because it boxes us in. And I would just use as an example, one of my favorite violinists from Heifetz's studio was Eric Friedman. And early in his career, after studying with Mr. Heifetz, there was a period of time where he really boxed himself in. Thank goodness he actually came out very well on the other side of that. And if you listen to his later recordings, became absolutely his own man, and an incredible sort of amalgamation of old school sound and Galamian technique that is very similar in some ways to Mr. Zuckerman, and really spoke his own language when he played. There is a beautiful live video you can watch of a slow movement of the Goldmark Violin Concerto, and then there is a Beau Soir, and it really doesn't sound like Heifetz, it sounds like Friedman, and that I like. That's the reason for this video, to always ask ourselves, is something I'm doing boxing me in or not? Am I boxed in? Am I becoming just another bad copy of somebody, or am I going to figure out what sort of original I can be? And that doesn't mean that there has to be circus or you have to do anything out of the ordinary. It means to be authentic, to be ourselves. It's so important. I tell my students, please, there's no reason to play like me or to make the same decision. If I school them and I'm strict about how they do things for a while, it's to learn a language. That's different. But there's a huge difference between knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge is knowing the tools, right? Wisdom is applying them to create your own beauty and to solve problems. And the two are very different. So if you go through phases of imitating and stuff, great. Or if there's something you like, you want to take from one or take from another or take from many, like I said in the video, and not or, then it's a good thing. But if we become boxed in, the last thing I would want to do is to be playing a recital and have the audience imagine some sort of big Bolshevik picture of Oistrakh behind me, or Heifetz or Perlman or whoever. We should be ourselves, and that's so important, because nobody's better at being you than you. That's all. Boxed in or not? Ask ourselves that question. I hope you like my page. Subscribe, share it with friends, and if you have questions, you can add them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer when I have time.